Alright, this is Rainbow Factory. This is fan fiction made by a person. Let's go. There's long been rumor as to how exactly rainbows are made in Equestria. While a great amount of Pegasi ponies are employed in the rainbow department of the weather factory, almost all of them do the low-end work. What's known is that great streams of spectra, the individual colors of the rainbow, flow through large grates and into vast fats. From there, workers carefully and equally mix the spectra into the coagulated rainbow pools that dot and run through the factory and surrounding city. Next, that mixture is pumped to the floor below, where other employees atomize it and store it until the active weather Pegasi deploy it in field. However, no one knows how individual spectra is made. Supplies are never seen being brought in, leaving not even a clue of what goes into a rainbow. Tourists, when visiting the factory, are treated to an extremely foreboding and plain wall, with massive solid doors barring entry to any pony at any time. While most of the facility's various signs and architecture is bubbly and welcoming, the Rainbow Factory's upper floor was protected by harsh imagery of potential hazard and death, and the cloud wall was made not out of the clean white of the rest of the city, but of a black, quietly thundering fog. To become an employee of the Upper Rainbow Factory means sacrificing any life outside those black walls. Workers are sworn to secrecy and forbidden from leaving, and live inside the facility itself. Those few who ever managed to make it out not in a body bag were twisted and disturbed, too damaged to ever bring themselves to talk about it. A lot of theories were proposed. Dark magic from captured unicorns, chemicals and environmental hazards that no sane pony would tolerate. Even thoughts of another unknown sister of Celestia's, destined to create the spectra instead of raise the sun or moon. None of them could be farther than the truth. Come on, Orion. We're gonna be late for our final test, Scootaloo called to a friend of hers. She was older now, in her last year of flight school. She, like all other Pegasus in the school, was terribly nervous of the final test. Those that passed were granted freedom into the world to find their cutie marks if they haven't yet, and become working ponies. A little known, or at least little thought about fact, was with what happened to the fillies that failed their tests. While in common, one or two from every class generally didn't have it in them to perform the rigorous acts and maneuvers. Those that failed their tests were looked down upon in the worst of ways, shunned and hated. Cloudsdale had always bred a form of nationalism amongst its occupants. If you weren't the best, or didn't show the potential of being the greatest, you weren't allowed to be part of the glorious collective. Scootaloo moved a little to the side as Orion, a tall, yet fairly skinny pony, settled next to her. He fluffed his light brown feathers and gave a worried attempt at a smile as he stared around where he sat. They were sitting in a large open waiting room overlooking the Colosseum, with all the other graduating Pegasi. Just visible in the distance was the factory. Orion glanced at it and gulped. "What's the matter, Orion? You afraid of getting a dead-end job with the snow line?" Orion chuckled a bit, then closed his eyes and sighed. "No, it's just... I don't know. I don't think I can do this. What if I fail? What if I don't fail, but do just bad enough to still be disliked by everyone? I don't know if I could take being deported. Where do we even go anyway?" Scootaloo gave Orion a friendly punch. "No one knows, you dolt. And we're not going to fail. Everyone here is going to be fine. I know I will at least pass." She laughed. "Thanks to the tips from Rainbow Dash, I'm sure to be fine." "Oh yeah, sure, that reassures me. That's actually just as, if not even more reassuring, the psychopathic hate everyone here seems to love to spread." "Quit panicking, Scaredy Wings," Scootaloo replied. "The only one here I think even might fail is that yellow pony with the dark green mane. She's the one that was out sick for that month, you know?" "Oh yeah," Orion remembered, as he craned his head in the other pony's direction. "The one who had that bad case of hoof and wing. She looks pretty confident, though." "I suppose we'll see," Scootaloo trailed, turning to look at the factory herself. It gave her chills. Not fear, but pride. "I hope he gets some cool active weather job. Can you imagine everyone in Ponyville or Philadelphia staring up at me, going, "There goes Scootaloo, such an amazing flyer, and from Cloudsdale, there can be no doubt." She smiled in excitement, forgetting her tension for the moment. That would be something, I'll admit. Mind you, just coming from Cloudsdale. Who wouldn't be in awe? Exactly. Praise the flock. Praise the flock.